So, alright. The religious discussion rages on. I know what other people believe, right? I consider myself a study of religion. I've liked looking into it. I've looked into all manner of different faiths, beliefs, and, how they're applied in the world. And I know what a lot of people think about religion. I know a lot of the misconception. I know a lot of the bad things. I know a lot of the good things. I know a lot of the sideways things, all that sort of thing. I've been in and out of it myself, various ways. But I'll break down to you kind of my whole belief structure, I guess. This isn't really something that I've actually done. I believe that a person's relationship with God is a private thing. I believe, my relationship with God. I believe that God would like you to spread the wonderfulness that is being a good person, right? And so I always kind of take the opportunity to do that. I can't say that I'm a fantastic emissary for God, but He made me. Right? And we'll get into why arguments like that are silly later on. But yeah. So I do my best. And here I'm a lot different here than I am in my normal life. Like in my normal life, I can only be pushed so far. See, you guys, you're people to me. I regard you as people. I'm not standing in front of, probably never going to be standing in front of. But there's a possibility I might one day be standing in front of you. So I treat you with the amount of respect that I feel you deserve. Take that for what it is. Some people are going to be like, well, okay. And, because I have fine relationships with those people. And some people are going to be like, really? Because they have wild misinterpretations on the things that they say to me and how I have interpreted it. Right? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Take into consideration what you say when you read the things that I say back to you. Right? Read your thing again. And then read my thing and go, Right? Just saying. So, right? I don't know where the fuck I was going with this tangent. Shit. Anyways, my belief structure. Just skip to wherever the fuck I am now. I think there's God. I think there is like a creator of all, if you will. Just God. I think that God created a big old ball, just put it out there in the ether, and blew it the fuck up. And after that, everything's just kind of been, we'll see what happens. Right? I don't know how much I really believe in the mysticism of all of it beyond that. I buy angels. I don't really know why. I just buy angels. I believe in Jesus. I think that Jesus was actually a guy. Right? I don't know if there was mystical magic involved. But I would certainly say that there was a gesture made. Right? If nothing else, the guy said, look, I'm willingly sacrificing myself so that future people can be saved through me. I'm washing the world's sin clean. At the very least, you can say that's kind of a crazy gesture, and somebody off the fucking street can walk up to you and be dirty and nasty and look like a homeless person and go, I bless you, all your sins. And it could mean just as much. You know what I mean? Like, in the entirety of the possibility of things, both could just be simply gestures, right? But I think that's a pretty nice gesture. They wrote a book about it, you know? So, and if half of what's in that New Testament part of the book is true, Jesus seemed like an alright guy, seemed like a guy I'd get along with. I'll take the gesture, you know, at face value. And, you know, it's pretty simple what Jesus asked for. Don't be a dick. Like, it's pretty much what it comes down to. Don't be a dick. I love the Book of Eli. I love that fucking movie. There's one scene in the Book of Eli that I thought was fucking amazing. Spoilers, right? So, I'm going to be as vague as possible. It's how I usually try to, you know, do it whenever I'm spoiling things, but I could be spoiling things for some of you. And Eli has to carry this book throughout the whole fucking movie, right? Everybody's trying to get this book from him. At one point, the girl he's with is being held hostage. Give me the book, or I kill the bitch, right? That's the offer. Eli gives up the book, right? He gets the girl, they get the book, they're in the car. Now we're at the scene, and scene, right? So they're in the car. She says, "Why did you do that? Why did you give the book to them for me?" And he said, "I decided I was going to finally start living by what's in that book, than just protecting it." All right? And she said, "What does that mean?" And he said, "Do more for others than you would do for yourself." And I almost fucking cried. I was like, oh my God, there is somebody else in the fucking world that, like, gets it. You know what I mean? Like, do for others more than you do for yourself. That's pretty much the message. Right? Like, that's a tough thing to do all the time. But from time to time, what makes you generous from time to time? That moment where you would like to do more for others than you do for yourself. You could take that $1.50 and instead of throwing it in Santa's fucking can to get him to stop ringing that bell long enough to say thank you, you know, like if you just want some fucking silence, you give him some fucking money, right? You can use that for anything. But using it for the totally selfless purpose I just made it up, getting Santa to shut the fuck up, really just defeated my whole point. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. But like generosity, stuff like that. Politeness. You know. I don't think that that's too much to ask. We live in a fucking society. I don't think that's too much to ask for. You know. Don't ask dumb questions if you don't want to get a dumb answer. Like, I can only be as good as you allow me to. Like, we all have to understand that we're not perfect. We strive to be good people. But inside, we are fucking assholes. We're still children. Like, that's another thing I'm realizing. As we grow older, we don't really stop being children. So if kids are dicks, adults are dicks too, right? Sounds reasonable. A equals B. And if B equals A, then B equals C. You know, like fucking, whatever the fuck it is, A equals C and B, I don't know. If B equals C and A equals B, then A equals fucking C, right? That's how it is. So, adults are dicks. We're just dicks through our whole lives. But we want to be good. As we get older, we have more of a desire to be good people because we are less protected as adults than we are as children. So children are kind of almost allowed to be dicks. Like sometimes children are just allowed to be dicks. And, right? But if, you know, as an adult, you're not really always allowed to be a dick, which is kind of whatever you want to. Because some people can be an even bigger dick than you could have even thought. So, you start to learn risk assessment as an adult. And you start to pick and choose your dickishness. And just as we get older, we get more of a threshold for the things we can be a dick about. Old people can really be, they're almost like fucking children again. They can really be assholes. So, or they could be really nice people. It all depends on how their adulthood goes. But some of us are striving to be good. I'm kind of striving to be good. But I can only be as good as other people allow me to be. If you're going to come up to me and be an asshole, well, don't expect me to just... Man, I am not of the turn the other cheek fucking thing. I'm not going to kick your ass. But I'm not going to fucking talk to you. Like, people that I've worked with in the past that have just been assholes to me. And, like, I've talked to... It goes for a long time. It's not like you start being a dick and then I just go, alright, well, fuck you, you're a dick then. No. I give you all manner of fucking rope. I let you stretch it out. And as soon as you just really prove to me, no, I'm a fucking asshole, I go, alright, then I don't need you in my life. And I just don't talk to you anymore. I'll just not talk to you anymore. Why would I want to? You're not somebody I want to know. You're a dick. So that's kind of how I am. You know what I mean? I try to help you, and when you just can't be helped, I shun you. But I always leave the door open. People can come back. Not everybody is excommunicated from my life forever. You just got to stop being a dick, right? I'm going to make you be a good person. At least to me. You be an asshole to everybody else, but at least be nice to me. That way, at least there's somebody that's going to be standing in the line behind you going, hey, he was nice to me. For what that's worth. You never know. Could help. But I like Kevin Smith, what he said. He said that he doesn't really know if he believes or not. But what's the worst thing that can happen? Right? Like, it's a seatbelt. Are you going to need it? Who knows? How many times do you drive your car and not get into a collision where you needed your fucking seatbelt? Probably a lot compared to the other way. So, it's there. Like, like it's kind of silly, and it doesn't really follow well with the dogma to kind of believe for that as a reason. But, like Kevin Smith said, it doesn't hurt me to believe. I can just believe, and that can just be a thing in my life. Right? Nobody else even needs to know about it. I don't have to tell anybody else. But it's there for me, like it's a thing that it's a belief I have. Huh? And I think beliefs are fine. And people have argued with me, well, why believe in this and not believe in CNN? Well, because I can look at the pictures, or I can, read the counter article and fucking know CNN's bullshit. I can't go and talk to God and be like, well, are you real? Right? Like, I can't know that. All I can think is that there's got to be a reason for me to be here. And I can't think of a better reason for me to be here than to be a nice person and to be good to people that I'm around. Like, I can't think of a better reason than that. So, like, I'm working hard to be nice to people. There's got to be some sort of something in it for me after that, right? Otherwise, I could just be a selfish asshole. And just everybody can just hate me. Why the fuck did I care? Yeah, except that would suck. It'd be fucking miserable. Nobody would like me. Like, I've seen those people in their moments when they realize I'm the only person left around and they have burned the bridge with me so severely, I ain't fucking talking to them. And now they're just stuck just literally doing work in a room with somebody who's not paying any attention to them and couldn't fucking care less. Like, I've seen those people in those moments when that really fucking sinks in and how shitty that is, and it's all their fault. And, you know, I don't feel any pity for them, because fuck you. Your life is shitty because it's all your fault. Stop being an asshole. It is all that simple. So, but I had some arguments. Can't say any of them are really great. A lot of people blaming God for stuff. Look, I know that throughout life, everybody loves to use the "don't do that." God wouldn't like it. He'll punish you. How could he punish me? Give you cancer. So then everybody thinks that God not only gives people cancer, but that God gives kids cancer. I don't really think God gives kids cancer. I think people get cancer. Baby gets cancer. It's because the baby got cancer. It's because shitty genes. If a kid gets cancer, it's because the kid gets cancer. Shitty genes. If an adolescent gets cancer, shitty genes. If a teenager gets cancer, shitty genes. If an adult gets cancer, shitty genes. If an old person gets cancer, normal genes. If a really old person gets cancer, good genes. It's just a degree of fucking genes. It's genetics. We figured that out through science. Like, we don't have to believe that that's magic anymore. Everything is magic until we know how it works. Then it's not fucking magic anymore. It's shitty genes. God didn't give that kid cancer. The way that we came up in the world fucking gave us shitty genes. All the smoking or drinking or whatever else it was your parents were doing gave you shitty genes. That's why you got cancer, kid. Like, that's the hard fucking truth. But what else causes cancer? It's just a thing that kind of happens to everybody at different rates. Some people it happens for faster than others. Probably genetics. Shitty genes. I don't know. It's magic. God gave him cancer. Yeah, that's much better. Like, it's such a childlike argument. Like, we're adults now. We should be thinking about it a little bit more, I don't know, poetically than that. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe a little bit more realism to it. Like, I know we're talking about religion. So, like the Hulk said, it's either all a joke or none of it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But, like, I don't think that a dude lived in a whale. I don't think that a guy was really fucking strong until some chick convinced him to get a haircut. Like, do I really think that all the Old Testament stuff actually happened? No, I don't. I am not a biblical literalist. My parents and I, we diverge on this point. They are biblical literalists. I think that's nuts. I don't really buy it. Old Testament stuff, I don't really buy it. Now, when you're getting into the New Testament stuff, Jesus stuff, I don't know how entirely accurate it all is, but I like the message. I like the message. Message is good, right? When I was researching for the should Joe Biden get communion thing, I was reading the Last Supper, you know, the first communion, and there's a part before it where he's talking to people, and I don't remember how the fuck it starts, but it essentially gets into, you know, if you see a man who's hungry and you don't give him food, and you see a man that's thirsty and you don't give him water, you see a stranger and you don't give him hospitality, you know, blah blah blah. If you don't do for others something fucking nice when you can, then essentially, you know, you're not doing that for me. then I will come to you. You'll come to me, and I will say to you, no, when I was hungry, you would not give me food. And you will say, I never saw you hungry. And you'll say, ah. And the line is, if you would forsake the least of my brothers, then you have forsaken me. Now, this is a guy who's taking on the whole of humanity. Like, he is holding himself as the representation of humanity as a whole in that statement. If there's any one person that you would refuse to help in dire need, then what good are you? You know what I mean? Like, I understand. Some people are also in dire need and can't help people in dire need. Yeah, I get you. Well, you're in dire need. Don't worry about it. Like, you've got a worse lot in life than a lot of people, so you don't get to take part in the giving. You get to take part in the receiving. That's fun too, Like, when people get so weird about religion, it becomes this odd fucking thing to them, where it becomes another reason why I love dogma. It's the belief to people. Beliefs are. I like the idea. Be a good person. Don't be a dick. It's fucking simple. Golden rule, man. Don't touch other people. Let's start touching you first. Keep your hands to yourself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Like, that's my religion. Seriously, in a nutshell. I treat people the way I would like for them to treat me. Believe it or not, those of you who are out there who are watching this that know me and the way I fucking treat them, and you might be going, really? Yeah, I'm fine with it. This is just saying. Like, that's what I expect. I expect to be treated the way I treat people. And I can adjust the way that I treat people to, fit specific need. I'm not a monolith. It's not a belief. You know what I mean? It's an idea. It's a damn good idea. And if that's good enough to get me in heaven, sweet. And if that's not good enough to get me in heaven, I did my best. I'll figure some fucking con in hell and wind up running the place within a couple years. I'm a good talker, Like, but I just think the idea that we're here and we die and we're gone and it's done and fuck all. I just, that's not fun. Like, that's not fun for me. Like, the idea of a heaven is fun for me. Like, and I don't believe in the shitty heaven that everybody else fucking thinks heaven should be. I don't believe in that. Oh no, nobody curses in heaven and nobody has sex because you don't need to anymore. Because because everything's, you just contemplate God and how wonderful God is, and that's fucking heaven to you then. I'm like, ugh, that doesn't sound like fun. Like, I want heaven to be like fucking, a frat party where everybody's cool. You know what I mean? Like a fucking house party where everybody's sweet. We all get our little fucking piece of heaven. We all get our little fucking house in the afterlife. That whole thing, right? And we just constantly throw parties and invite everybody over. And some nights you just go, I'm going to go fucking wander around to just strangers' houses. And everywhere you go, I went to this place last night. This dude lived there. And he had all these people over, and everybody was really cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would be heaven for me. We all hung out, there's hot chicks, fucking drinking, having a good time. I don't know, like, that would be heaven for me. Why not? That's something to hope for. That's something to work for. You only get there if you're really cool. You only get to party heaven if you're really cool. So, bear that in mind, folks. You have to be cool, but not just cool. Like, you can't just be cool. You have to be cool to other people. Like, you got to be cool. Like, you be somebody that's cool to hang out with. It's not like, man, he wears sunglasses and a leather coat. He's cool. I'm like, no. You got to be cool. Like, if people ask people, what do you think of that guy? And they go, he's cool. Like, that gets you into heaven. That's my way. I'm Antichrist, and that is the knowledge I bestow upon all of you. The way that you get into heaven is be cool to other people. And always leave possibility for redemption. If somebody comes to you actually seeking redemption, give them a 59th chance, I guess. You know? But it has to be believable. Oh, dude, I'm really sorry that you just fucking flipped out about it. Like, no, fuck you, no, yeah, I don't know. I think that's good enough, isn't it? Like, isn't that good enough? And I like some stuff that's in the Bible. There's good things in the Bible. There's good lessons in the Bible. There's a lot of shit in the Bible, too. It's not like it's entirely 100% supposed to be all wonderful shit. Everybody goes, well, there's all manner of, like, raping and incest and stuff like that in the Bible. Yeah. There was a whole lot of raping and incest going on when there was only 50 fucking people on the planet. Like, you know. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's dark times in the Bible. There was dark times in life. It's not a, hey, look at all the wonderful things that happened throughout history. This is fucking shit that happened, man, throughout history. This is our history. This is how shit happened. Why shit happened. Some of this shit didn't happen, I'm sure. But you got to kind of look at a lot of it like it did, because, you know, the whole stuff with Jesus, it kind of aligns with what we know about Rome back in the day. They crucified people. They crucified a guy named Jesus once, actually. You know what I mean? Like, the shit happened. At the very least, it's a lesson to tell about the cruelty of humanity. And the kindness that can be found as well. And there's a lot of those good quotes. Yeah, if you would do it for the least of my brothers, you wouldn't do it for me, motherfucker. You know? That's a good quote. Jesus said that. Said it just like that, verbatim. How do you know? How do you know the King Andy version of the Bible isn't more correct? Yeah, Jesus said, one of you is going to betray me. And Judas said, it's going to be me? And he went, fuck me, you know, motherfucker. Like, people love to pick and choose the Bible. No matter what it is, just to fit their fucking purpose. No matter what it is. But I like to look at what people are picking and choosing in the Bible. There's a passage that says that homosexuality is an abomination. Really? That's what you got? I like the whole Bible, and that's your takeaway? Not if you wouldn't do for the least of my brothers? It's not very Christ-like? Like, you took fuck homos. That's what you pulled. You know what I mean? I kind of see the Bible as a litmus test on how good people are. How far along in your struggle you are. If you're still hung up on Leviticus, I think you got some fucking work to do. You need to get a little bit further into the Bible. Matthew, motherfucker. Like, some of that shit. The guys with, the chapters with the dude names. Yeah. Those, and not like the old dude name, like the dude, like, I know Matthew, like that, those, Luke, I wonder if his father's Darth Vader, like, those chapters, those are the good ones, read those, stop, whatever, alright, so, yeah, that's kind of my religious belief, that's where I'm at. I consider myself unorthodox Christian. Because I like Jesus, he seemed like a cool guy. But I don't like organized religion because that's where people tell you what Jesus said. And I don't think that's ever good in any situation. So, not a fan of organized religion. But I am a fan of Jesus. I think he was an alright cat. I hope to meet him someday. Alongside our Father. Amen.